All right, and what's up again, my fellow patriots? How y'all doing out there in America, land of the free, home of the brave? Me, the Wicked Wizard, back with another video for you. Tonight, I want to talk about this evil Don Lemon, Don Lemonnuts. I think he has crossed a line that he's not going to ever be able to recover from. So, without further ado, let's get into this, and I'll show you why.
Attention ICE. Let me just say something that most people, most journalists will not say. They can't say it. I understand that.
Journalist.
But I'm an independent journalist now, so I can't
You're not
say
a journalist.
Fuck off, ICE. Fuck all the way off. Okay. You are low-life losers, and you feel empowered by your dear leader, Donald Trump. You have never had this position of power before, small person. And
well, what is he talking about? ICE has always had this power. No matter who the president is. Obama used the same ICE, same tactics. Well, there was less sanctuary cities then, so it probably much easier. And he deported over 10 million people. So, yeah.
And you are treating people in an inhumane way, and you don't even understand why, because you're too dumb to figure it out.
Treating people in an inhumane way, huh? So what do you want? You want to treat pedophiles, murderers, rapists, gang members. You want to treat them in a more humane way? What are you talking about?
You're the poorly educated that Donald Trump loves. That's who you are. And you're out there doing his bidding, doing things that are illegal, doing things that are unconstitutional,
Illegal?
doing things that are inhumane.
No, they're not illegal. And they're not unconstitutional. Again, nothing has changed. It's always been this way. They're actually just enforcing a law that's already on the books. If you don't like the law, go to Congress and change it. But there's nothing illegal, nothing unconstitutional. It's purely on the up and up.
Like killing someone because you're pissed off because this person may be notifying people that you're in the area trying to round people up.
Yeah, that never happened. Nobody got killed because that you're trying to let them know you're rounding people up. So that never happened. So stop that nonsense.
That is that person's First Amendment right to do. You can do that as an American. But
no, you cannot. You cannot. That's not a First Amendment right to obstruct justice.
But maybe not in Donald Trump's America.
In nobody's America. It's not in our Constitution.
You are fat fuck losers who just crawled out of the trailer park from some Proud Boy meeting, or if not worse.
Proud Boy meeting, huh? I love the way they always bring up these Proud Boys. Are they even around anymore? They were the Proud Boys was Gavin McGinnis came up with a drinking group called the Proud Boys. He got out of it, and now it's run by Enrique Torrio, who's a black Cuban. He's blacker than you are, my friend. And all of a sudden, you always refer to them. I haven't heard about them. I don't even know if they're still around, but okay.
Worse, some other group that could be worse than him. You are thugs, jack-booted thugs.
See, there we go. Thugs, jack-booted thugs. That's the first thing they do is they try to dehumanize people, because if you're dehumanized, then it becomes much easier to harm and kill them because they're not humans anymore.
And now let me just say this. Because you don't understand this, let me make it clear to you, okay? The Democrats are right. You do not have to follow unlawful orders, but perhaps you don't know that. Or maybe
really, everybody knows you don't have to follow unlawful orders, but it's not your job to say what all the orders are unlawful. And so far, there's never been an unlawful order given. So whatever.
You just don't care. Maybe you have not been trained. Most of you, I'm sure, have not been trained properly.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And so you do things like you did with that young lady who should be alive.
That young lady, you mean that terrorist who tried to run over an ICE officer who was she's an Antifa terrorist and raising her children to be Antifa terrorists as well. She tried to kill a guy with a car. Yeah, okay.
And she is not alive today. Simply because you're all jacked up on power that's not even
No, simply because she went out, decided to take it on herself to go out and obstruct justice and try to run over an ICE officer. So, FAFO.
Really yours. And in the end, you could end up losing your freedom.
Really, here we go. So now they're going to tell you that, if the Democrats gain power again, they're going to start locking up ICE. Okay, sure.
By going to jail because you did something that you were not empowered to do, that you were not trained for.
I hate to break it to you there, pal, but self-defense does entitle you to use deadly force. Yeah. If somebody's trying to run you over with a 2,600-pound SUV, yeah, you have the power to go ahead and stop that threat.
And you will end up going to jail and losing your freedom. Donald Trump cannot pardon you if this is a state charge. And so you stupid, dumb, ignorant, poorly educated, Proud Boys, Nazis marching through whatever it is.
Nazis, Proud Boys, dumb, don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I think that's something that you've just recently done there, pal.
As you are. And that mask that you're wearing, why won't you identify yourselves?
That's an easy one. Because then you and your kind would dox them. And if they have small children and wives at home, they might be in trouble. You might go try to blow up their house or harass their children on the school bus or cause harm or even kill them because you people are violent. So they have to wear a mask.
If you're big enough and bold enough to be able to shoot someone and have the power to be able to take their lives, then you should be big enough and bold enough to show your face. You should.
Again, if your life is being threatened, you have the right to use 2A, baby, self-defense.
Be transparent. Show people who you are. If you really think you are as big and as powerful as you think you are, you would not be afraid of that. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of losing your life? We all are.
I just told you. They're afraid that you're going to dox them, which you will, and then their families will get hurt.
Afraid of losing our lives. Certainly, that young woman lost hers.
Because she was FAing and FOing. She was out there when she shouldn't have been there. She was trying to obstruct justice and she tried to run over a cop. So yeah, now she's dead. I don't like when Americans die, but I don't really care. She's dead. She's dumb.
Her family will never see her again. Her child is never going to see her again.
Yeah, there's a lot of American citizens whose families will never see them again because these illegal aliens have killed them. Right. Lake and Raleigh. Yeah. So, yeah, fuck off.
Did not have her face covered when you shot her and killed her. And by all accounts, from anyone who is fair-minded anywhere, if you're looking at that video shows you, I don't care what angle it is from, that there was no justification for.
No, I made a video on it and I saw all the angles and she had a big old smile on her face when she turned the wheels into the cop. She hit the gas. Yeah, okay.
That woman losing her life because you are ticked off because you think that you should have you should be able to just round people off the streets without any due process.
There we go with the due process. These people get more due process than any American citizen could ever dream of having. About that Maryland dad, that Abrego Garcia. That guy's had more due process than everybody on the planet combined or something. Every time a judge deports them, orders deports, oh, we need another court date. We need another court date. They have due process. They have warrants. The problem is that you sanctuary cities refuse to hold these people in your jail so a couple ICE officers could safely come into the jail, grab them up, remove them, and deport them. Now, you let them back onto the streets no matter what they are. If they're pedophiles, drug dealers, murderers, you don't care. You'd rather let them out in the streets. So, yeah.
Without any training. Any police officer, I believe, in my opinion, who did what that officer did in Minnesota and killed that woman would be in jail right now.
Well, that's your opinion. You're very entitled to it. Their opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
And would be facing an arraignment and a hearing, and the news would be covering it. But because it's Donald Trump and they are protecting and covering it up, that is not happening.
No, wrong.
But mark my words, karma is a bitch.
That's true. And it's going to be, I bet you, for you, because you're about to get charged with the Klu Klux Klan Act.
And this administration is going to find out. And guess what? You know who's going to be the first people to fuck around and find out? That's going to be the very same thugs who are out there rounding people up without due process because they're not smart enough to know what they're doing and they have not been trained.
You're not smart enough to know that you shouldn't go into a church and scream white supremacy at children and scare them. So, you know, you talk about FAFO, bro.
They're going to end up losing their freedom because of a cult leader.
And so are you.
And someone who's just as dumb as them, but maybe just smart enough to co-opt them into becoming subhumans. So
see, there we go again with subhuman. Make people not human, and then it's easy to hurt and maim and kill them, right?
Fuck you.
Nah, fuck you, Don Lemon Nuts. And again, you're about to get wrapped up under the Klu Klux Klan Act. Now, is that ironic or what? I can't wait to see you in handcuffs, bro. That's going to be awesome. It warms my heart. Anyway, let me know what you all think. Do you think that this guy's a journalist, number one? Do you believe anything he just said is anywhere near legitimate? Let me know down in the comments below what you all think about it. And don't forget, man, be careful out there. Keep your head on a swivel, especially if you're in Minnesota or one of these other lefty places, because it's violent out there, man. And if you're a patriot, they want you dead. So I want you all safe. I want you all coming home each night. I want you all to be with your families. I want everybody to be okay. And so just keep your eyes out. All right, buddies? All right, my fellow patriots, I love y'all. Until next time, peace out. We'll see you later.